Hi, this is Ron again. If you remember from our last video section, we talked about programming and getting into the edit mode. I'm going to take it a step further here and show you how to actually cook and develop a cook setting on the oven itself. So what I'm going to be doing is going to the screen, and in my main group I have pizza, so I'm just going to stick with that pizza. Open that up, and I've got a blank spot right at the top, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. When I select that, I only have the settings available to me, so I'm going to expand the screen with my top right arrow, which gives me the access to the naming properties. So I've got that blank space there, but since I'm putting in a 16-inch raw dough pizza, that's exactly what I'm going to put in, is a 16-inch fresh pizza. Hit my check mark arrow on the bottom, say that's good, and now it's named. I'm only going to use one event because most everything can be cooked in one event. So what that means is that for 100% of the time, I'm going to have a single airflow. Pretty simple. I think you'll find that is a great way to do it yourself. So we just take events 2, 3, and 4 and make those 0. Now in doing so, I need to make my first event equal 100. Well, that makes sense. 100% of the time, I want it to run 1 airspeed. Now that that's done, I'm going to select an airspeed. I've got low, medium, and high as I talked about in the last programming sequence. Well, I probably want it high because I want some browning and I want it to happen relatively quickly. So I'm going to go with the number, let's call it 80%. I think that's going to be pretty good for us. I lock that in. Now remember, I talked about if you don't know the time, we've got the ability, we've got a window here. We're going to be able to use our eyes and our senses to actually look at this product. So it doesn't matter really if you don't know the time, just stick an arbitrary number that exceeds what you think it might be. So in this case, I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock. Some of you are going to say, wow, that's pretty fast, and it is. So I'm going to hit my 60 button 5 times, which gives me 5 minutes. And now I'm ready to load that product and bake it. So here's my pizza. It's on a 16-inch screen. It is a raw dough pie. Okay? Sauce, cheese, pepperoni. Real simple. And I'm going to place it in the oven. Simply open the door, slide it in, leave it, and I'm going to hit my cook key right here. Now if you notice something, it's going to be kind of interesting. As soon as I hit that, that rack starts to move back and forth. That's traveling about 1 inch or so to start to move that under the jet plate to get a nice even bake on that product. We're going to keep an eye on that timer because I know 5 minutes is going to be a little bit much for this. Well, we'll see what it actually ends up shaking out to be. Okay, so we're almost 3 minutes into the cook cycle, and that pizza's looking pretty darn good. So I'm going to stop that with 2 minutes remaining. That means that my entire cook cycle, starting out with 5 with 2 remaining, is going to be 3. So I'll adjust that time on my screen, hit save, and that setting's done for this item. That looks beautiful. So place this off. Stop that entirely, and it brings me back to my screen. Like I said, I'm going to take this and put 3 minutes on there. Since we know that's what it took, I'm going to hit save. My product development is done for the 16-inch fresh dough pizza, and there it is. Of course, this pizza looks great, but everybody's always going to want to be concerned, well, what does it look like on the bottom? Well, let's take a look. Let's take this piece, flip that, and this piece, flip, beautiful bake across the bottom of the pie. Beautiful. I'm very happy with that setting.